with Joda Home Inspections. We're doing a sewer scope today here in Salt Lake. Today is June 22nd, 2026. Giving this just a second for the water to finish draining out of the line. We're at 1535 south, 1900 east. We have the camera pushed out 77 feet, so fairly average length of a line. Average length that I see is about 100 feet, so you're a little shy, which is good. The shorter the line, the less of a line you have to have issues with. A little bit of an offset there where the pipe has separated slightly. You can see that lip. Waste is a little more likely to catch that lip as opposed to it being nice and smooth like that joint. Looks like transite from what I can tell so far. Actually, it's clay. You can see that red terracotta color. As soon as I saw that, I knew it was clay. The other giveaway is it looks like you have joints every 3 or 4 feet, which clay has 3 or 4 foot sections typically. Not seeing any standing water, which is good so far. You never want to have standing water because that indicates improper grade, like a flat spot or a belly. So you want everything to drain on its own with gravity, which so far it has been. Been a little build up in the line, but not too bad. So far, this is how you want the line to look. Couple offsets, there's another one, and those are never ideal. Can't tell what that buildup is in the pipe right there. Then we just dropped underwater. I'm going to push through that. Right there, it kind of drops down. It doesn't feel like there's something blocking it. It feels like it slowly went down, which is more of a sign of the grade. And we're going fully submerged. And this is cast iron, it looks like. And so this is under the house. So a couple things. You don't have great grade through here, and so it's easier for grease to settle. Waste can build up, and that can create a soft blockage where it gets harder and harder over time for waste to work its way out. And if enough waste gets stuck, it can start to back up into the house. And a lot of times it'll come out of a floor drain or out of a tub. The only way to fix bad grade is to dig it up and reslope it. With this is likely under the house. When we've transitioned to cast iron, that usually means we're under the basement slab, and so it's a lot harder to get to. That wasn't incredibly long, but I did notice when I pushed my camera through it that I was pushing through a little bit of buildup. You could clean it, that would make it nice and smooth. That helps prevent future backups. Doesn't fix the grade, but sometimes it can help quite a bit. Other times you'll clean it and you'll find out that it truly does have a big belly, and it has nothing to do with any sort of rust or sediment on that cast iron, which honestly right here the cast looks pretty smooth. Going underwater again. I'm going to slowly pull through here. Looks like there might be a little step right there, maybe a little offset causing that. And then at the very end we transition to ABS. ABS is a plastic pipe. That's what was used during a more recent remodel for some of the drains with ABS. I might consider having this line cleaned. That would help prevent blockages or backups. Eventually the cast iron will need to be replaced. This one's tough because until you have it cleaned, it's hard to know if it's truly just bad grade or if that standing water might be caused partially by some buildup or some rust. It felt like we gradually dropped down. It doesn't feel like that was holding water because of a blockage. Best case would have been a root. Then you can just clean it and move on. This does feel like it has some bad grade. This one I would say is moderate. It's far from the worst that I've seen. No standing water would be ideal, but this is definitely far from the worst. In either case, it's not ideal, but you can be careful with what you're putting down the line. You want to avoid wet wipes, feminine hygiene products, excessive amounts of grease, oils, fats. That can all help. Running water helps. But again, the only way to truly fix bad grade is to dig it up and reslope it. I would recommend the insurance on this line. You can get home serve, and that would help. They'll come clean it if you need to have it. If you have a backup, they'll come clear it. Or if you have a failure, they'll put money towards repairing it. Downside is I don't think they fix what's under the house. I don't think they fix what's in the road. And so really, the failures would be if you had an issue in the yard. I'm going to end this recording now.